Next, considering numbers between two consecutive square numbers. Consecutive numbers means the numbers are lying nearest. 1 and 2 are consecutive numbers. 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. These are the consecutive numbers. That means the numbers are nearest to each other. That means it is lying very nearest. Therefore, here the numbers between two consecutive square numbers. First, we can considering the two consecutive numbers and its squares. First, we can take 1 and 2. Next, considering the squares of these two consecutive numbers. That is 1 square is equal to 1 and 2 square is equal to 4. Next, considering the numbers between these consecutive numbers squares. Next, considering the numbers between the squares. Numbers between the squares. Then how many numbers between the square? What are they? Now, the squares are 1 and 4. Then between 1 and 4, the numbers are 2 and 3. Next, we can considering the number of non-square numbers between the squares. How many non-square numbers lying between these squares? That is, next we can considering number of non-square numbers between the squares. Now here 2 and 3. The numbers between the square is 2 and 3. Therefore, the number of non-square numbers between the square 1 and 4 is 2. How many numbers are there? 2 and 3. That means it is not a perfect square. Therefore, the number of non-square numbers between the squares is 2. Next, we can considering the other two consecutive numbers 2 and 3. Then considering the squares of these two consecutive numbers, 2 square is equal to 4 and 3 square is equal to 9. Next, we can check how many. Next, we can check the numbers between these two squares. What are they? Between 4 and 5. The numbers are 5, 6, 7 and 8. That means the numbers between the squares are 5, 6, 7 and 8. Next, checking number of non-square numbers between these squares. That means how many non-square numbers lying between 4 and 9. Here 4 numbers. That means it will be equal to 4. Next, we can considering other consecutive numbers 3 and 4. 3 square is equal to 9 and 4 square is equal to 16. Next, we can check the numbers between these squares 9 and 16. Next, we can considering between numbers 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. How many numbers are between? That means here the number of non-square numbers between the square. These are not a perfect square. That is, it is a non-square numbers. Therefore, how many numbers between these squares 9 and 16? Therefore, here we can considering 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 numbers, that is the number of non-square numbers between the square 9 and 16 is equal to 6. Next, we can check this table. Do you have any idea? First, we can considering the consecutive numbers. First consecutive number 1 and 2. Here, the smallest number is 1. By comparing this number and the number of non-square numbers between the squares, when the consecutive numbers starting with 1 and 2, therefore number 1, here the non-square numbers between the squares are multiplied by 2, that is 1 into 2, that or 2 into 1, that means it will be multiplying by 2. The smallest consecutive number multiplied by 2 is the number of non-square numbers between the squares. Next, similarly, in the second consecutive numbers 2 and 3, here the smallest number is 2. Therefore, the number of non-square numbers between the squares equal to 4, that is 2 into 2. 4. Next one, the consecutive number 3 and 4. Here the smallest consecutive number is 3. Then the number of non-square numbers between the square is 6. That means 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Therefore, by using this table, we derived one formula. That means here the number of non-square numbers, the number of non-square numbers between the two consecutive squares, the number of non-square numbers between two consecutive squares, equal to 2 into smaller number. That means in the case of consecutive numbers, which number is smaller one? That is 2 into smaller number is the number of non-square numbers between two consecutive numbers. Therefore, generally we can say 2n non-perfect square numbers. Non-perfect square numbers between the square of the number n and n plus 1. The square of the number n and n plus 1. That is the consecutive numbers considering n and n plus 1. Therefore, 2n non-perfect square numbers between the square of the number n and n plus 1. Next, we can check how many natural number between 9 square and 10 square. First, we can considering the example, how many natural numbers between, that means the non-perfect square numbers between, how many numbers between 9 square and 10 square. 9 and 10 are two consecutive numbers. By using the previous theorem, that means 2n non-perfect square numbers between the square of the numbers n and n plus 1. Now here n equal to 9. Therefore, the number of natural numbers between 9 square and 10 square is equal to 2n. That implies 2 into 9, that is equal to 18. Therefore, the number of natural numbers between 9 square and 10 square is equal to 18. Next, how many natural numbers lie between the square of the following numbers? First one, 12 and 13. Here, the smaller number is 12. Therefore, n equal to 12. Next, we can considering the number of natural numbers between 12 square and 13 square is equal to 2n. Therefore, here n is equal to 12. That implies 2 into 12 equal to 24. Therefore, the number of natural numbers lie between the square of 12 and 13 is 24. Now, next considering the question 25 and 26. Here, the smaller number is 25. Therefore, n equal to 25. Next, we can considering the number of natural numbers. The number of natural numbers lie between 25 and 26 equal to 2n. Therefore, 2 into here n what? N is the smaller number. Therefore, 2 into 25, that is equal to 50. Therefore, here the number of natural numbers lie between 25 and 26 is 50. Next, we can considering the number 99 and 100. In the case of 99 and 100, here the smaller number is 99. N equal to 99. Here n equal to 99. Therefore, the number of natural numbers lie between 99 square and 100 square is equal to, therefore the number of natural numbers between 99 square and 100 square equal to what? 2 into 99. That implies 198. Therefore, here the number of natural numbers between 99 square and 100 square is equal to 198.